cobra's venom can kill a man in minutes. Yet this pack mob it with confidence. The snake is unsure where to strike. The enemy is confusing. Its collective parts interchanging, yet strangely coordinated. Uniting as one is the banded mongoose's greatest strength. Out in the African wilderness, these warriors are a force to be reckoned with. Only by working as a close-knit team can banded mongooses venture confidently across the plains of East Africa. Mongoose country. The Musiara Marsh in Kenya's Masai Mara. The Musiara pack live in an island of trees at the edge of the marsh. The group is led by a dominant female who has a close relationship with the top male. She's usually one of the first to emerge every morning, and she will decide when the pack will head off and where they'll go. In the early morning chill, they use each other's bodies to keep warm. Just as the dominant female prepares to move off, she spots danger and raises the alarm. The martial eagle is Africa's biggest bird of prey. It's the mongoose's #1 enemy. Unfortunately for the Musiara pack, a pair have recently chosen to build a nest in their tree island. Their 2-year-old chick is now on its own, although it still begs to be fed. With so many eyes on the lookout, it's hard to take the pack by surprise. It's one of the many advantages of living as a gang. The dominant female decides it's time to make a move, despite the ominous presence nearby. The group is clearly agitated. Whenever mongooses are excited, they scent mark. The aroma communicates mood, sending a clear message to all the individuals. This ensures solidarity and gives the team confidence to tackle danger together. The young eagle is still perfecting its hunting skills. It might have grabbed a lone mongoose, but it didn't stand a chance against a united pack. Elephants, though huge, represent no threat. In fact, the mongooses benefit from having these Goliaths around. Their paths often cross, since both travel regularly into the marsh. The wetland provides them all with a source of food and year-round water. Surprisingly, when it comes to finding food, Cooperation is abandoned, and it's every mongoose for itself. Snails have hard shells which the mongooses can't crack in their jaws, but they have found another way of evicting the edible tenant. Inventive tool users, the mongooses will even take their prize to specific smashing sites. Alarm calls bring the team spirit to the fore once again. The marsh is a favorite hunting ground for the nesting eagle. An adult marshal stands nearly a meter tall and is capable of killing a monkey. The tree island will stay dry, but the marsh will soon be waterlogged. It's time the Musiara pack made a run for home. Wet and cold mongooses can succumb to hypothermia, so they avoid getting caught in a downpour. But the Musiara marsh lions don't seem to mind. The lion cubs of this pride regularly hunt and kill mongooses for fun. It's an African version of cat and mouse. Confident that they're safe inside their wooden fortress, the mongooses can't resist scolding their tormentors. The cubs soon get bored and look for something worth eating. When the leader of the gang gives the all clear, her pack emerges. The lions were an inconvenience. The mongooses have lost valuable time and are late going out to feed. They're hungry, but they don't all leave to forage. The pack has babies who can't be left alone. Every pack member takes a turn babysitting. Even the males do their fair share. The mothers usually go out with the group. They need the food. Every few hours, they'll come back to suckle their young. presence of elephants in the marsh ensures a good supply of food. Elephants deposit huge quantities of dung every day. Mongooses get very excited about elephant droppings, though the dung itself is not the great attraction. Dung beetles are a favourite prey. At certain times of year, they make up 3/4 of the mongoose's diet. This makes elephants important neighbours. The Mara River marks an outer limit to the Musiara Pack's 5 square kilometre home range. United, they're a formidable force, and they'll fight any strangers that have stepped over their boundary. A neighbouring group have been sleeping in this termite mound. The smell of intruders is strong. In a combined effort, every member of the pack contributes to replace the foreign odour with their own. The ever-present proximity of rival packs is a serious menace. An alien gang on a raid can abduct females and kill babies. By depositing fresh scent, the pack communicates a clear message to the neighbouring troops to keep out. The babysitters are unaware that outsiders have crossed their boundary. It's all quiet back at the nursery log, but fortunes are about to change. Oblivious to the impending threat at the nursery log, the foraging party have found something hairy. These caterpillars are protected by irritating bristles, but mongooses are smart and dexterous. A quick rub and they're grub. An urgent call commands the attention of everyone. Somebody has found potential prey. Grass snakes can bite and protect themselves from a single foe, but this is a many-headed beast with lightning reactions. Not all reptiles are overpowered so easily. This metre-long monitor lizard has been hanging around the nursery log for several days. Normally, the pack move regularly between sleeping sites, but will remain at a safe den for weeks when they have small babies. The longer their stay, the stronger the smell. The monitor is attracted by the pungent odour. With only a few babysitters left on guard, young lives are in jeopardy. Testing the air with its tongue, the lizard homes in on its target. The babysitter's frantic calls have been heard. Up against the pack, the big lizard is outnumbered and outdone. Hunger goads the juvenile marshal to contemplate the impossible. A parent still keeps an eye out, but family ties are not what they once were. The chick is baffled by the monitor. Recognizing it as food, the young eagle doesn't know how to tackle it. The adult marshal has a new chick in the nest and must grasp every opportunity. It has no qualms about snatching the lizard from its own offspring. Hunting ground, vantage point and shady grove, the tree island is attracting too much action. The nursery log seems to be in everybody's path, and the dominant female decides it's time for change. The sight of the babies out in the open triggers a frenzy of scent marking. The pack leader initiates the move. Tiny babies are extremely vulnerable. The group bands together in a frantic endeavor to get them to safety. The dominant female leads the way. She knows exactly where she's going. The tree root burrow is the pack's favorite nursery. Its deep chambers offer protection and security. Olive baboons live in troops for many of the same reasons that mongooses live in packs. Individually, the monkeys are vulnerable, but as a mob, they have the power to intimidate a lion. The lives of the two groups often converge. The marsh is an oasis which acts like a magnet to many species. The baboons sleep high in the trees, and the mongooses below often wake in their company. Banded mongooses are incurably inquisitive. They cannot resist investigating everything around them, even other animals. Lactating females will suckle any hungry baby, not just their own. The more youngsters that survive, the greater the advantage to the group. The monkeys are an added benefit. The more eyes, ears, and noses tuned to detect danger, the better. False alarm. A boisterous baby elephant is no cause for concern. But elephants can be unpredictable. What did the mongooses do to solicit such a reaction from the elephant? The babies are now 5 weeks and old enough to join the team out on the marsh. This is a very dangerous time. Only half of most litters make it to 3 months old. Sheltering beneath an adult is one way of shielding against attack. When the pack is traveling with young, the team is extra diligent. Nervous and defensive, they provoke an unexpected response from the monkey. The swamp provides cover, but as it's also a good hunting ground, it draws a crowd. The baby's curiosity worries the adult. The herons are here for frogs, but will eat small mammals. The crowned cranes sense danger. This 4-meter python is capable of swallowing an antelope and regularly eats mongooses. It's time to flee. But instead of saving their own skins, some hesitate. babies are struggling to keep up and need encouragement. It's been a long and fraught morning. The youngsters are tired, and the safest place to rest is back at the burrow in their island of trees. The eagle's been spotted. Getting the babies under cover is a priority. In the chaos, the eagle sees a chance. Death should be a foregone conclusion, but banded mongooses risk their lives for each other. The victim is injured but alive. While some rush to defend it, the rest take on the eagle. United, the pack are no longer vulnerable. The drama over and the pack still intact, it's time to regroup. As always, great excitement is followed by an orgy of scent marking. Anointing each other with their distinctive group smell reaffirms the bond between them. Far from the tree island, across the Masai Mara on the border with Tanzania, a great gathering is advancing. As weather patterns shift, the mongooses vary their daily wanderings. The Musiara pack spend more time visiting the shores of the Mara River. Now 12 weeks old, the babies travel with the pack, learning what to eat in different locations and seasons. The youngsters form firm attachments with particular adults who uncharacteristically share food with their apprentices. Between adults, it's still everyone for themselves. Frogs dig to escape the heat, but not deep enough to elude the pack. Play fighting is a sign that the females are coming into estrus. In good years, the pack can have 4 litters. But for now, food is more interesting than sex. This scorpion's venom can kill a jackal. A food call brings everyone running. The caller doesn't want to share his food. He's just too excited to keep quiet. First, the scorpion must be disarmed. Mongooses are thought to be immune to the worst of the venom. A sting would be painful, but not fatal. The Mara River provides many riches, but it's also the realm of a dangerous beast. The mongooses are careful where they drink. This female crocodile is preoccupied guarding her day-old hatchlings. Her recent labours have opened up opportunities on the riverbank. Infertile crocodile eggs are a find worth fighting for. The shell of a crocodile egg is surprisingly thick, but mongooses know how to crack this problem. Sand is soft, so they have to use their ingenuity. Absorbed, the mongooses are slow to sense the approaching invasion. When the ground begins to vibrate from the thunder of 1,000 hooves, the dominant female calls for immediate retreat. Now is the time of the crocodile's annual feast. Hundreds of thousands of wildebeest migrate to the Mara every year. The herds wander back and forth across their range. Where there is grass, they stop to graze. Where there is water, they'll linger. The marsh is the central attraction. The mongoose's old home is now a little overcrowded. Once again, it's time to get moving. The pack are heading for the far side of the marsh, where they have a termite mound den close to the border of their territory. The bulging belly of the group leader reveals that she is heavily pregnant. She's chosen a mound with deep underground chambers in which to give birth. The pack can't relax. Some members are missing. Amid the confusion of so many wildebeest legs, this group got separated. They must find their new home before darkness falls. Both groups call to locate each other. With everyone safely back in the fold, they can all settle down for the night. When the grass is gone, the herds will trudge onwards. The milling throng meanders on, leaving a once crowded landscape strangely silent. Half a million voices are replaced by the calls of courting residents. The male ostrich's bright red neck shows that he is in full breeding condition. The mongooses have new neighbors. The pack are slow to get going. They have good reason to dally this morning. The dominant female has 2 tiny babies. As females usually give birth together, more young could be expected any day. Several female ostriches mate with one male, and each lay up to 8 eggs in the same nest. Their chicks, like young mongooses, will benefit from safety in numbers. Unlike the mongooses, only one female, usually an older, experienced bird, assumes the role of mother. As soon as those of lower status have finished laying, they'll be driven away. The pack are reluctant to leave. They are divided by their desire to stay with the dominant female and their growing hunger. Hunger eventually gets the better of them. Deep within her castle of clay, the new mother feels secure. She hasn't been left totally alone. She has a band of warriors to guard her. Preoccupied with courting, the ostriches failed to notice that the mongooses have stumbled across a treasure trove. Each ostrich egg contains the equivalent of 24 chicken eggs. The tricky part is getting into one before the owners come back. Their tried and tested method isn't working. Time is running out. Time has run out. The female bird is furious. She doesn't need to be so concerned. Not a single egg is broken. For once, the mongooses have been thwarted. From their high vantage point, the guards can spot the various comings and goings. Something is wrong. This is not the home team. Our warriors are worried. The neighboring gang is far from friendly. They're on the warpath. Heavily outnumbered, the babysitter's only chance is to defend all the entrance holes. If the raiders get inside, they'll kill the babies. A snarling face blocks every tunnel, but the aliens can wait for the guards to make a wrong move. Perhaps the battle is not lost. Or maybe it has only just begun. The resident pack is back. The invaders withdraw before there is serious bloodshed. Victorious, the home gang have held their ground. But they're anxious to make sure all is well in the mound. The area reeks of strange smells. The babysitters are badly shaken and not sure whether the new arrivals are friend or foe. The dominant female recognizes the calls of her own gang, and for the first time in over an hour has the confidence to leave her citadel. The pack is reassured that their leader is safe and that the next generation have made it too. United, these brave warriors are a match for all creatures, great and small. Together, they are a force to be reckoned with out in the African wilderness.